Hello, everyone. We are Girls Guts Glory. Thanks so much for tuning in. Shout out to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this season. Also, thanks to Johannes Plenio at coolfreepix.com for our awesome magical background images. I'm going to pass you over to Rachel Seeley, our awesome DM.
Hey guys, welcome in. So, who thinks that they can do a real fast recap of our last episode?
How fast? I can do a good recap.
As fast as possible.
Okay.
Go for it.
So in episode 5, we, Deppin and Levon, return to the Temple of Seert. We come across the white root from before, which Leaf investigated and found that it had a chalky texture. Levon returns to the reflecting pool and is attacked by 2 waterlogged humanoid figures who were once pirates. And then that triggers a flashback for Levon where he was 12 or 13 and remembers being a pirate. We battle these 2 figures in a large tentacle in the Temple of Seert. We defeat all of them. And then after the battle, Levon digs under the rubble and finds a dust-covered body, which is the 3rd Haiga. Souls are being sent back to the land of the living where they are not meant to be. Levon hears a voice that says, "Take her, the body, to the river." So we leave the temple and head for the river near the City of Judgment. The river runs deep through Avernus. It is a river that takes life, not gives it. Levon lays the old woman into the river and she sinks away. Levon now has chosen to look for another worthy soul to take his place as Seert. We follow the river back to the City of Judgment. He opens the Book of Noble Souls and finds a few creatures, Brogan, Rhiannon, Morna, all cool, upstanding people. And looking through her eyes, I don't know who her is, maybe Morna, I forgot. Levon sees a horned owl creature in a vision, who is Errol, right? The cause of death of many good people. Errol has Neve under control. Remember, she was the witch from before. Levon returns to the river where he meets Agma, and she promises to take him where he needs to be.
Nicely done. That was
awesome.
Perfect. So you gain advantage.
And before we get started, I think we all should say our names and our characters and what we're playing. And then we'll pass it back to Rachel. So I'm Kimberly Daugherty, and I'm playing Daisy Gamwich, and I'm a human artificer. Erika?
Hi, I'm Erika Fermina, and I'm playing Leaf, your Goblin Druid.
Alice?
Hi, I'm Alice Greczyn, and I'm playing Velara Nailo, your Centaur Bard.
Allie?
Hi, I'm Allie Gonino. I'm playing Alyssum Teaudreyes, an Eladrin Sorceress.
Kelen?
Hello, I'm Kelen Coleman, and I'm playing Rufus Rippard, your rock gnome wizard.
All right, let's get into it. Rachel?
All right. When we last left off, you were standing on the banks of the river, watching Levon sink in and disappear, just as he had dropped the Haiga body in. Going to some destination, you had no idea. And Depp is with you, standing on the bank with the Book of Noble Souls that he's accidentally taken with him. There's a quiet moment when you're all just like, the fuck do we do now? And Depp holds up one of his tiny hands and he goes, do you guys have a plan for how you're gonna handle all the coven, really?
I don't think we have much of a plan.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a plan? Are we going to go to the temple to see if the lost souls want to help us? Is that?
Oh, the Temple of Sorrows? I mean, those are people that don't really have gods. Wait, you know what? Hang on. And he opens up that little leather-bound book, and he starts to shift through it. And there are pages in the book that are constantly moving. The text never stays in place often. It's your names that are staying in place. All the other names around it are swirling and changing. But there's a couple that start to stay static. They're just staying on the page like yours. And he points to a couple of them and he starts muttering to himself and he says, you could find some of these heroes that aren't being judged by the Seert if you wanted. I mean, they don't have anywhere to go right now. They would probably help you. The only problem is because they're not being sorted, they're not technically anywhere. Like they're not here because they haven't been brought here by the Seert. So you'd have to go to them.
Where do we find them?
Well, I mean, you'd have to go through a ritual, and it's not really that safe. But do you remember the ritual that the medics were doing around Levon?
Yes.
You'd have to astral project. Has anyone astral projected before?
No.
I feel like Alyssum might know something about it.
You did?
Well, yes. I've tried in the past. I've been successful. I actually just read something recently that said, where's that mugwort root? That mugwort can be used in aiding astral travel.
Oh, yeah. We have a bunch of that.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah. Well, the medics, you remember the crowns they were wearing? That was made of mugwort.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you've tried it before.
Sure. I'd be
Leaf?
happy.
Yeah. What's astral projection?
You send your spirit concentrated in a specific direction.
Oh.
You kind of essentially leave your body.
Yeah.
Spirit leaves the body and travels to other places.
I feel like I felt that before, but for other reasons.
Yeah. But what if we're already dead? Are we still spirits in our body now?
No, so you don't really technically have a body here. You have a facsimile of a body, and a lot of ghosts on the plane that you came from. They aren't actually spirits. They're just a facsimile of the person. You know what I mean? It's a fake image. It's like a mirror reflection.
Like
so you don't actually have a body. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. So yes, yeah, kind of like that. So you would just be sending your subconscious into. To be honest, I don't really know how it works. This is all kind of above my pay grade, so you know.
Well, I think it's worth a try.
Yes, I think we should try. If anyone else wants to go with me, I could use.
I'll join you.
I mean,
Okay.
Maybe you need like wise old men with you.
We can always use some gentlemanly energy around.
Very gentlemanly, babe, darling, person.
Laura checks her saddlebags to see if she still has the mugwort. Did I leave the mugworts at the base? What is
You
it?
do. You have that lovely bundle, and it's still that bright, natural green. Okay, follow me, because we gotta work fast, okay? And he starts to just walk over to the bureau on the other side of the river. And as he's walking, he starts to tell you about the names in the book. And the first one, he says, so there's Virgil Enri, there's Lawan Tan, there's Helena Vadelquist, there's Keon Keita. Oh, you know what? This might be an adventuring party. That would be really cool if they were all together. And then there's Eloise Price.
What are they useful for? I care less about the names and more about their abilities.
Well, they're in the hero book, so I'm assuming they were heroes of some kind.
Did you say their name again?
Yeah, of course. I'm also gonna put it in chat for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Virgil Enri. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm not good with the accents. Lawan Tan, Eloise Price, Helena Vadelquist, and Keon Keita. I don't know much about these people. They look like they didn't die too far off from now, if that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of concerned though. This might be a bit dangerous. Are you sure you still want to do it? Because what I'm thinking is that because they're not being sorted the way they need to, if you go into their subconscious to like bring them here, you just have to get them to agree to it. But they might be reliving the moment that they died. because they're in like a purgatory that's not a purgatory, because this is purgatory, but they're not here. They're kind of, stuck in the abyss. So you're going to them, but they're probably stuck in their last moments. So you might be in danger.
Are you saying that we need to get all of them, or just one or two?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you wanted some heroes to help you, right? This was your plan, not mine.
I think it's best if we try. I mean, we need their help.
I have a feeling that maybe while they're in the abyss, they're going to be looking for some sort of semblance of light. And I think if I can penetrate into their subconsciousness is coming in as a beacon of light and healing, then maybe they will be more receptive to the request that we have.
Maybe, I don't know.
I've
never done this before. Pace did it once because there was a person that was stuck somehow that didn't get sorted. It was just one problem, like a long time ago, and he said he had to break them out of the cycle.
So, if should we all choose a different person whose mind to enter into?
You can do whatever you want, but
astral travel, or
you are going to be going to the moment of their death, so
can we travel together?
Yeah.
Perhaps we should all go together, just so we have each other's backs if it's dangerous.
Did they all die together or separate instances?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says their names, but that's enough for me to like locate them.
Okay.
All right. Who do we want to start with? Who sounds helpful?
I really like the name Eloise.
I was leaning towards Eloise as well. Perhaps we should start with...
Maybe you should start at the top of the list.
Virgil.
If you want to get all of them, yeah. Because it's Virgil, and then Lowen, and Eloise, and Helena, and Keon.
Okay. So
Sure.
we'll start with Virgil then.
Yeah, and then I can put a little check mark next to his name, or an X if it doesn't work out.
I hope they're all check marks.
Me too.
I hope so too.
Okay, hang on. Let me take you someplace. We need to go real fast because I need artifacts of theirs. Because, when you die, your magical items come here. So,
let's do it.
A version of them. Okay, let's go to the 4th floor. He presses the button on the elevator. And you go to the 4th floor for the first time. On the 4th floor, when the doors ding open, you see a giant sign hanging from the ceiling. A wooden painted sign that says acquisitions. And you come into a room that looks like an office. It's got lots of wooden desks, and each wooden desk has essentially the same things on it. There's a giant book, there's an inkwell, there's a quill so they can write down what is coming through acquisitions, and there is a box on each desk, and it has 4 little clawed feet on it. It's open at the top, but when you look inside, all you see is shadow deep down. And each desk is also fitted with a pneumatic tube. It's a glass thing that you saw in Depp's office, where he opened the door and something fell through and he grabbed it. It was sent from another part of the office. It uses like a vacuum system to shove things between buildings. And what you see is this glass tube. There's a little like cage opening door. You put something in it, and as you watch, you come into this room. There are glass tubes that are all along the ceiling. And when someone, like the orc next to you on your left, grabs something from the box on their desk, they pull a staff out, and it has this soft blue glow to the white crystal on the tip. And they write down details, they write down a name next to it, and they maneuver it into the pneumatic tube, close it, and it goes flying off beyond a wall in that glass tube going along the ceiling. So they're sending items to be cataloged after they're being written down. And Depp goes over, and he whispers to someone on the right, this tiefling that looks so concerned. Her eyebrows are just on her face in a way that makes her look constantly worried. And they're whispering to each other, like, oh, I can't do that. And eventually she pulls a couple of things. She like stands up and starts shifting through the box, not looking, but like reaching through, and she pulls out a staff and hands it to Depp. And Depp comes running back with this big wooden staff that has white leather wrapped around the top. It's curved in a soft twist. It's made from a dark oak wood. And he's holding this thing that's much taller than he is. He's still like 3 or 4 feet tall. And he hands it to one of you. He just holds it out and he says, "You're gonna need this as a focus. This was Virgil's staff." Daisy, you want it?
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay, let's go up to the medic ward because that'll probably be the safest place to do this. I should tell Pace what's happening.
Well, this is rather interesting looking.
Is it heavy for you?
Oh no, it's fine, but I'll probably give it to you once we begin the ritual, since you're the one with experience. Shall we head to the medical ward then?
Yeah.
Depp is already pressing the button on the elevator. He turns and looks at all of you and he says, "So while you are gone, I'm gonna go get the items of the other people, and I'm also gonna tell Pace what we're doing because I feel like maybe he should know. I feel like maybe I probably shouldn't be doing this, but you know, gotta live a little."
Well,
right.
if this is where your instincts are leading you, I think it's probably a smart thing to do.
I hope so.
Plus, we could use all the help we could get, you know?
Yeah, you're talking right.
Okay. He looks more and more worried, and eventually you make it up to the medic's ward after a couple of seconds. The doors ding open and you see this huge wing, the beautiful dark parquet floors. And the bed where Levon was is empty. And there's about 3 or 4 glasses of half-had water on the bedside table. And he rushes in and motions you all forward. He says, "The medics are just down the hall in that door. I'm gonna go let them know what's happening, but so what you need to do, I think, is you need to, do you know how to make like daisy crowns and stuff like that? The like clover crowns where you like tie them together?"
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you just do that with the mugwort and then you wear it. But then I think Alyssum knows what to do from here. Yeah.
Sure. Where's the mugwort in here?
Doesn't one of you have it?
Oh, we have a little. Yeah.
Velara,
That's
is
enough.
That be enough?
Yeah, that should be enough. It's you just tie one to the other. You don't have to have like 7. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Okay.
I pass it around.
Okay. All right. You make those. I'll be back. I'm gonna go tell the medics what you're doing. I feel so important. And he waddles off towards the door at the end of the hall that he opens and he goes in. And you have just enough to make crowns for all of you. Almost as if Neve gave you exactly what she promised. Exactly what she promised.
Interesting.
So, Alyssum, you've done this before. You've only done it to yourself, but in theory, you should be able to bring others with you, especially because you have these crowns of mugwort, which you now know are for protection. Protects your mental spirit on its journey, and it protects it in a certain capacity while it is wherever it's going. You have to all stand in a circle, hold hands, and you, Alyssum, need to channel this person that you're going to visit.
Okay. I'm going to ask everyone to close their eyes and hold hands. I start praying to my God. Dear Akra, thank you for joining us in this space. Our souls are about to travel on a journey, and I just ask for your protection as we venture into the subconscious mind of Virgil. Virgil, Enri. And then Akra kind of creates a portal that only I can see. in my third eye, and it's the portal that's going to lead us into the subconscious of Virgil. And I'm just focusing on tapping into Virgil's energy and trusting that we will be led there by Akra.
You feel a very strong-willed energy coming off of the staff. And this portal in front of you, it opens in the center of the group. Only you can see it. It's this swirling, soft blue, misty opening in space and time, essentially. And you feel almost as if your body is being moved towards it, but you know that your feet are not moving, your body is not moving. Your spirit itself is moving. And you feel Okra watching over you. You feel her eyes, you feel her presence, you feel a cool breeze on your face, and you feel the telltale signs of her with you. You feel as if you're standing in water up to your ankles, but you all start to feel that. You feel water. And slowly your senses begin to register things. You begin to register heat. It's humid here. You smell salt water. You hear ocean birds, seagulls cawing in the distance. And when you open your eyes, you find yourselves on a cobblestone street in the middle of a busy town. All of these buildings are old wood buildings, but they're all painted bright colors. And you realize it's so much different than Purgatory because all of your colors are amped up and heightened. It's so vibrant here. There's so much life here. There's people walking by. There's carriages going along the street. And where you are, there's a candlestick maker across the street, but you are standing next to a tavern. And you hear music coming from inside. You hear hurdy-gurdy, you hear someone singing. And you still smell that ocean air. And in the distance, the street you're on kind of goes down, and above these brightly colored blue and red and yellow houses, you see ship sails. A bunch of them, as if they're all waiting in dock.
Chip sails?
Ship sails.
Ship sails. Like
Ship
potato?
sails. Potato. Mm-hmm. It says Lay's on it.
Tortilla.
Do I have Calliope and Artemis with me?
You reach into your pocket where Calliope usually sits. You don't see Artemis yet. You don't feel anything, but you look into your pocket and you see this incorporeal version of Calliope.
Inco who?
Incorporeal. She's not physical. Because your metal beings don't technically have souls. They are artifacts made of metal.
Mm.
And you are moving souls. You do bring with you an image of them. And you see, as a carriage goes by, you see this shifting ghost-like figure of Artemis standing in the middle of the street looking around, very confused. No one seems to see her, and they pass by, and she parts as if she's fog. She just
Artemis.
swirls, and then she comes back together.
Artemis, come here, baby. Come here.
She waddles over, and her little eyebrows, her little articulated eyebrows are knit together, and she's obviously trying to parse whatever she's seeing, but she can't quite analyze it. It doesn't make sense.
Just stay near me, dear. Just stay over here.
She comes over, and you all see she's not physical. She's ghostly.
Are we all ghostly as well?
You look down, but you see your hands. They don't look ghostly at all.
Are we all in the same body? Or
No.
different bodies.
You're all in different bodies, and you see your own hands.
My own hands, all right.
Yes, you see your own hands.
This is gonna check his pocket as well.
You actually see your little Sebastian.
And take him out and set him on my head. Just make sure he's there.
So Virgil. I wonder if he's a sailor. Would he be in the bar? Would he be on the ship sails?
Well, he's got a staff.
We have his.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, but
You do have a staff.
it's his, right?
Right?
So maybe he's old.
Possibly.
Or a wizard, you know. I know my own breed.
Or an old wizard. Or
Daisy's
a young one.
gonna
who's,
yell
like,
out,
tactics.
Virgil! Virgil!
So you shout his name into the street, and a moment passes. You hear a sort of ruckus going on in the tavern, and the door opens next to you, and a man steps out. He is a genasi, a water genasi specifically. He has pale blue skin, dark blue navy hair. It's shaved on the sides, tied up in a tiny little ponytail on the back. He has a fierce looking scar that runs all along the side of his face, but he's very handsome, and he has a sort of charisma about him. You can't help but smile when you see him, and you don't know why. It's just one of those people. He's wearing
I
a
was
like soft.
instantly attracted to him.
He's wearing a like soft linen tunic. It's open. It's billowing. It's very piratey, and like black leather pants and tall boots. And he has like piercings in his ears. And he looks around, confused.
Virgil?
Oh, I did hear my name. Hello.
You're Virgil?
Yes.
Wow.
Can I help you?
We're looking for you.
Wait, are we sure it's the right Virgil?
Oh, what's your last name?
Enri?
Did Lady Frida send you? This is a joke, right? And he turns and looks over his shoulder, like yelling into the tavern behind him. This is a joke? This is very funny. Very humorous, guys. Very, very funny.
No, actually. If you are Virgil Enri, or if you aren't, let us know, because that's who we're looking for. But if you do happen to be Virgil Enri, we need your help.
We could use those big, beautiful biceps of yours.
All right, she just
Wow.
went right to it.
All right, ladies. What for? I do have to warn you. I'm about to go on a journey.
How are you at slaying hags?
Oh, wow.
Hags? Well, I fought one a while back with my party, but that was a while ago. So,
Question, who else is in your party? Is there a Helena or an Eloise or Keon?
wow. I haven't thought of those names in a while.
Wait,
No, not currently. We were in a party together, but we all of us decided to go our own ways. I don't know why I'm telling you this. What did you need me for?
Well, actually, we were looking for all of you. You see, there's a tumultuous battle that is happening in where we're from, and there are some hags who we essentially need to kill.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them.
There's a lot. And we were suggested to come find you and these other people because we've been told that you are very noble and that you can help us.
Noble. All right, I'll take it.
And a very talented adventurer.
Yes.
Yeah, we heard good things.
You're in the Book of Heroes.
Here, what is the Book of Heroes?
We're going to be honest with you. We came from the Plains of Penitence. You are dead or about to be dead, and we need your help. So that's what's going on.
You're not about to be dead because of us.
No. That's unavoidable.
Velara like flicks Daisy with her tail, like, shut up, don't scare him away.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a journey that I need to make on my ship. So, sorry, but no thank you.
No, we'll be coming with you because you see, in order to get your help, we have to help you. And I assume on the ship, like Daisy said, you're about to die. That's why we're here. We're going to help you not die, and then you're going to help us kill the hags. Since we're being upfront now.
Wait,
Well,
but doesn't he have to be dead to help
No
us
thanks.
kill the hags?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'd like to persuade him.
Goodbye. He leaves.
Mate,
He's back in the tavern.
Oh, but I was going to persuade him.
I want to
I'll be back
circle
in the tavern.
around. Circle around. Circle it up. All right, everybody listen to me. You're scaring this bloke so far away. He's not going to help us. Yeah, he has to be dead to help us, but we have to apparently let him die or something. And then he comes back with us and then he helps us. But if we just keep telling him he's dead, he's not really going to want to come, is he?
I thought he was already dead.
No, we're back in the living. It looks like Mozendar, but I'm not sure it is because it's water.
We need him to die?
What?
Or he's just reliving his death.
Yeah,
So
we're
this
in
is just
the
gonna
moment
keep
of
circling.
his death.
But doesn't he have to die in order to like re-die to come with us?
Is
No,
he
he's already dead. He's just reliving it.
Is this the
Yeah,
abyss?
but right now we're telling him a guy who thinks he's alive that he's dying.
We're in his subconscious.
Anyway, whatever we're in, we're still telling a man he's about to die. Might ruffle some feathers.
Maybe
So-
we can just tell him to find us later.
Maybe we can get him to agree to help us. Let him die. Think he's dying, and then I don't know. But all I know is we need to go about it with a little more finesse.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. However, do we let him die? Is he supposed to
He's
die, or are we
already
supposed to
dead.
save him?
Done.
Could someone, anybody, make a history check for me?
Quite good history done.
I want to see what you remember.
15.
Ooh, 21.
Oh yeah.
No.
All right. 22.
My 21 and 22, you remember Depp saying that Pace had said something about breaking the cycle.
All right. I just remembered something. we have to not let him die. We have to break the cycle. So we have to not let him die. We have to save him.
All right.
Which just came to me like,
Well,
you know.
Couldn't we just
Sometimes
follow
things
him
happen.
then?
What'd you say?
Couldn't we just follow him then?
Yeah, so we shouldn't tell him he's going to die. We should tell him we're here to protect him as his friends. Just, pal around and keep him safe.
I'm sorry, everyone, for saying that. Sometimes I've struggled with having friends in the past, and
It's all right.
sometimes I don't fully understand what I'm saying.
You weren't the only one, darling. It's okay.
Leaf's gonna put his hand on Daisy's arm and just be like, "Yeah, I understand."
It's quite all right.
Yeah. Let's go into the bar and find him.
But I don't think he wants to be our friend anymore.
Well, he has no freaking choice, to be quite frank. Do he curse in the underworld? Who knows? All right. I think we should go in there and at least try.
Do you think I should try to charm him?
Let's see how we go.
Being a genasi, I don't know.
Yes, that's true.
Don't know much about genasis. Anyone want to tell me about the arses?
Genasies?
Yeah. But I just shortened it for funsies. Can anyone tell me about them?
I don't really know anything about them.
Maybe we could start there and be like,
They're supposed to be great in bed. I know that.
we want to put you in the back of the line or the front. You never know.
Velara adjusts her cleavage.
Actually, why don't you go
Ready to
get
go.
in front? Why don't you start talking to him? Use your feminine wiles.
I'll try to persuade him to let us have a drink with him.
Because you're very persuasive, aren't you?
Beg your pardon?
You're very persuasive, right?
Usually I am very persuasive. We shall see.
Okay. Lead the way, darling.
Okay. So I enter into the bar. What do I see, first of all?
It is hazy in here from cigar smoke, and it smells heavily of alcohol and salt from bodies and the sea. There's all manner of people in here, all shapes and sizes, all over the spectrum. They're all drinking, and lots of people are busy with each other. There's lots of groups. They don't really pay you much attention. Lots of people who look like they've been through battle in here. And you see in the back corner, Virgil sitting on a table with several other people that he's talking to. And he has a lute in his hand, and he is strumming along and humming to a specific tune.
And he plays music. Oh.
He has a pretty nice voice.
I don't tend to get ruffled very often.
Wait, this bloke is a musician.
Like you, Rufus.
Yeah, you actually, Rufus, just specifically because of who you are, you recognize the song. It's a sea shanty. You don't know the words. The words have been lost to time, but it's kind of like a telltale pirate song. It's how people find each other. It's a call and an echo kind of a thing.
I love it. So it's not the magic in me.
No, it is not the magic in me.
Is that what my
wrote.
song is? Is it Magic in Us?
No, it's the magic in me. I wrote that down.
Yeah, magic in me is very strong. Wow. I wonder if I should take my axe and
perhaps that's a good way to break the ice there and get in on his good side.
Velara, you're a dancer, right?
Yes, I am.
Maybe you want to go and do maybe a dance in the front area in his eye line, and I'm going to maybe just whip my guitar around and start. I mean, I remember how to play, right?
Yeah, you remember how to play.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll play on the side of the stage and maybe he'll invite me up.
He's on his table. There's no stage.
I get to do bardic things.
Yeah. Go
okay.
for it.
What are you going to play?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, so he's not playing at the moment. I spaced
No,
out.
he is. He's literally just sitting on a table with his party around him, and he's.
I'm going to match it with harmony notes played in harmony, and just go, oh. Look at him and be like,
oh, look at that. I know this song too.
Yeah. And then I join in the shanty, in harmony as well, singing, and look at him and go.
And Velara starts tap dancing with her hooves, making like a nice little rhythm going on.
He looks so confused.
And I just nod over at her and go, like, wow, look at this. We're just a band of merry players. And
I would like to cast dancing lights.
Okay.
To hover over them and make a visual spectacle.
Read dancing lights really fast. I want to see if it does one specific thing.
I'm going to do glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration. And I can combine 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid. No, I don't want to do that. Each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Yeah. That's
okay. All right. What color light are you casting?
I'm going to do, I think, like a light blue, turquoise kind of.
Yeah. It dances along on the ceiling, and it actually looks like when light hits water and you see those rippling sections. That's what it looks like. And he's confused, but he's kind of into it. And confused that he's into it, but he keeps playing. Like, he whispers something to one of his companions. Just a human woman. And she turns and casts an eye on all of you, just appraising you, looking you all up and down And then she whispers to the gnome next to her and the tiefling. And there's another human man on the other side. A very like large man, buff guy with black hair, and his beard is braided several times, piercing blue eyes. And he's just sitting there glowering and watching all of you unaffected.
I lock eyes with the bearded man and just give him a little.
His face does not change at all.
Daisy's trying to dance along. She's not very good, but she's trying.
Okay.
Daisy dancing and starts dancing next to Daisy.
Okay. A couple of the more drunk patrons join you.
Look at them.
Velara, would you roll a performance for me?
Yes. Oh, dice down. It's okay, I have another. Okay, performance, that'll be a 21.
21, all right. You dance fairly well. It's been a while since you've danced. You still remember your steps. And you can tell you've enraptured a lot of the guests here.
Mm.
Most of this party in the corner seems interested, but still cautious. They're staying in their corner. They're not leaving.
That's okay. At this point, I'm just trying to get us free drinks and then we can like chat.
And is he still playing, singing at the same time, or can I sidle up next to him and go, "You're a good player"?
So they're in a corner. He's sitting on his table and his party's like around him. You can get like next to a member of the party if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
like
talk to him over their head. Okay, you come and you
Huddle
get up close to the man on the side with the beard, and he gives you the dirtiest look, but he doesn't move. He just turns his head a little bit with his big neck. And what do you say to Virgil?
Your boy can play.
Virgil just like tips his head in a thank you, but he's still humming along to the shanty that you're playing. And you can tell even without a perception check, because you guys are putting on a specific kind of performance, there are specific patrons in here that are reacting very favorably to this particular song. Because you remember it is a pirate call and response. It's how people found each other. So you're seeing some that are really into it, really excited about it.
Pirates. I just say that.
Pirates.
Can we buy you a round of drinks? Your whole party. And just, merge.
Party looks at each other, and then Virgil says, "Sure, why not?"
Sorry about before, my crew's a little
I'm crazy. I'm a nutcase.
Oh my gosh.
Don't listen to anything I say.
She mistook you for someone else she knew. She had a
Named Virgil Enri?
No, yeah, we were looking for you. We are looking for you. But that's because we heard you're real fun. You're a great musician. And we were told you'd be at the pub, come have a drink with you. And, that your party and our party would get along, and then she had a dream last night that someone died and she put two and two together. Thought it was you. Whoops. Was it you? So, drink?
Make a deception check for me.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Ew, 12. That's horrible.
There's a look on his face. He's not really buying your story.
Yeah.
He just nods. All right. Whatever you say. And the man next to him with the beard goes, "Are you gonna buy us drinks or what?"
Daisy, get a server around.
We want some drinks over here.
The bartender's behind the bar, just cleaning a glass, and he goes, "Well, come here and get it."
Right.
Daisy dances over to the bar. And she says, I want a round of drinks for that crew over there.
5
Please.
silver.
5 silver. Yes, I guess I got us into this mess. I will pay for it. Yes, here is 5 silver.
All right. He gets under the bar, pulls up enough glasses for that party specifically, and he pours an ale of some kind into them. He puts it on a tray. He opens up the little door on the side of his bar, and he goes around the corner and he puts it down on the table in front of this party that you're trying to woo, and goes back to his bar.
All right.
Drinks from me, the crazy girl.
The human with the beard just downs the whole thing in one gulp, slams the glass down, and leans back in his chair and watches. The others are sipping their drinks. Virgil's a little bit more cautious with his drink.
All right. Well, we'll just hang here then and see what happens.
Is there an open table anywhere that we can all sit at?
Not really at the moment. It's pretty packed. There are a lot of people just kind of sitting on the floor or on the stairs that go up to the second level, or just milling about standing. You can lean up against a wall in a corner and wait for a table to vacate, and you eventually find one. If you're just sitting here waiting for Virgil, then several hours pass, and eventually the bar mostly empties, and it is close to night. And a figure enters the bar in a cloak. It's a rather fancy cloak. It's a deep purple, and it has this raised velvet pattern on it, lots of swirls and fleur-de-lis. And there's this gold brooch on the clasp holding it together. And the figure comes over to the table where Virgil and his party is, leans against the bar next to them, and looks at Virgil. And Virgil looks back, and they both nod to each other. Virgil stands up, hands the loot over to the bearded human next to you, or next to him rather. And you overhear him saying something about, gotta go take a leak. And he leaves through the front door, and this cloaked figure follows.
Are we to follow, or should we?
Wait. What's that?
We have to protect him.
This is probably the moment of his death.
All right.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I might make myself invisible. Wait, have we had I had to see where we are with rests and everything.
Yes, if
Guys,
anyone wants to be invisible, I can make anyone invisible.
You can make anyone invisible?
Mm-hmm.
I have it too. I do have to use a spell slot to do it.
Oh, I think I can only. Let me see. Hold on. I think I can only make one of you invisible. Whoever wants to be.
I can be invisible, so if anyone who's not, but I'm also a man, so I could just go.
I can target 2, actually.
Oh, I can target one additional creature as well.
I'm really good at hiding.
I'm a man. I mean, these bathrooms may be race neutral, gender, class neutral bathrooms. You know, yeah. But is there such thing as gender here? Maybe.
Yes.
You know, D&D. I thought maybe it's whatever we want it to be. So I was going with class and said, get it. Okay, well. So if it's gender specific, I am a man. Last time I checked. Yep, still there. So maybe I don't need to be invisible. But if this
invisibility on myself.
If this person's bad, maybe I should use it. You know what? I'm going to. I can be invisible.
Leaf, do you have the capability to be invisible, or do you need some help?
No, but I'm really good at hiding.
I can be invisible. It's just going to take a spell slot, and I don't have many left, so.
Yeah, I don't either. Maybe someone make me invisible as well.
Time is ticking away, just so you know.
All right.
I have had a long rest.
I say, we'll go invisible and go in. Let's just hope for the best.
If you save a spell slot, I can try to sneak around. You know.
Well, Alyssum can do 2 people, right?
I'm headed toward the bathroom. I'm following.
She made herself. Alyssum, you
Just went outside.
Oh, they went outside, not the bathroom?
Oh, I
He
thought
went
you
out the
were
door.
gonna go take a leak.
Yeah,
know-
maybe he's going to the bathroom outside, I guess.
Well, I'm following wherever they
But he
went.
said, I'm going to take a leak. Who knew he was so, not genteel about it?
People can pee in an alley.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna try to, for the moment, I'm just going to try to be stealthy.
Me too, then.
Me too.
All right. Well, I've already made myself invisible, so I'm with Velara.
All right, Velara and Daisy, you're both invisible.
Yes.
Everybody else roll stealth, please.
I just rolled before you told me to. Is that okay?
Yeah.
'Cause
What'd
I
you get?
rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20? Okay. Don't even bother rolling then. I'm gonna say, Leaf, you are scouting ahead. And you are very stealthy because you're small. You're used to hiding. That was what you did. And you stealth outside ahead of everyone because you're small but fast. You're flighty. And you can hear them coming up behind you. With your 20, I'll just let it wash over the group. You're all pretty stealthy. But Leaf, you are ahead of everyone. You duck behind this wooden trash can. And you hear the conversation. You see these 2 figures. You see Virgil in the shadows of this alley, and you see the cloaked figure. And they're talking to each other. And you hear an exchange about a woman, a noble woman. And the cloaked figure hands a dangling golden locket to Virgil. And he cradles it like it's the most precious thing in the world. He opens it up and looks inside. And there's this sad smile on his face. He closes it, snaps it shut, and puts it under his shirt to hide it. From the conversation, what you can gather is this. You are watching Virgil talk to the brother of a noblewoman that Virgil has been having an affair with, essentially. She was forced to marry for a position of power to keep a family line going. And they fell in love in the market one day. And her brother, who is the cloaked figure, you can gather, is essentially giving Virgil the go-ahead to go and steal her away tonight because her father is not at their estate.
Juicy.
Juicy.
I'm writing this down so I don't get anything wrong when I tell the group.
Okay.
I want to talk, but I'm invisible, so I shan't.
Is there someone near me? Do I?
Aren't we
You
all
feel
there?
About halfway through the conversation you guys come in, but you've missed a lot. Leaf is the only one that's heard it through its entirety, but you feel an invisible presence behind you, and you feel one large invisible presence behind that. You only feel them because they're your friends.
Okay.
Oh.
We lost Alice.
Pause for a moment. Oh, there she's back. Let's get the...
Right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Mhm.
1
Lost you.
second. I'm gonna...
Please pause. So brief intermission.
So you feel these 2 invisible presences only because you are so attuned to your allies. You can tell it's them.
Okay. So... that guy is the brother of a noblewoman who Virgil is having an affair with,
Mm-hmm.
and Virgil is gonna go steal her. Oh, but she's married. And so Virgil is gonna go steal her away tonight.
You see Virgil and the cloaked figure embrace, and then Virgil starts to walk up the alley towards you, essentially.
Oh, go, we gotta go. Virgil's coming. Go.
I'm going to move out of the way.
Around a corner, out of
Well,
sight.
we're allowed to be here. I mean, we're just having a smoke and a chat.
Are you still trying to stealth?
I'm not stealthing. I'm just having a smoke and a chat.
Okay.
I'm lying. Was that stealthy or lying?
So, Leaf, you are stealthed into the shadows. Velara and Daisy are invisible.
I'm
Alyssum,
standing.
what are you doing?
I'm just keeping Rupert company.
Okay. Virgil comes around the corner and sees you two. Looks concerned. Shakes it off, turns and looks up the street, and starts heading up the cobblestone.
I'm going to follow him quietly.
Okay.
So I would like to follow as well, but on my way, I lean down to Rufus, Rippard, and be like, "Hey, can you get on my back? Because then you'll be invisible too, and then we can go follow." It says
I don't.
I'm wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on my person.
I think that's at the time that you cast it,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
because he's just gonna be floating.
All right. Well,
That's good
you
for
know,
next time, though, to remember.
If you want to scare somebody, yeah.
well, you know what? I feel like I have enough spell slots in maybe one category, so I'm going to use one to make myself invisible. Who's the last? Did we have and Leaf? I can make you invisible too.
I think Allie and I are stealthing, right? Like you're not
No,
visible,
Allie
right?
wasn't.
If we have to follow him, we probably. I mean,
I can make us both invisible.
oh, all right, do that. I mean, I can do whatever. So I'm gonna go invisible so we can follow him because he's going on the move.
Okay.
And so, Alyssum, do you make Leaf invisible with you?
Yes.
Okay, so we're all invisible.
So, whole invisible party. Okay. Everybody make a stealth check for me.
Oh Lord.
It's gonna help that you're invisible. Uh-oh.
Natural 20.
Did you roll a 1? All right, so I'm gonna let the effect of the 20 negate the 1. You're not gonna get any other effects from the 20. So it's essentially you're just gonna use
gonna
it to cover
my butt.
Yep.
I rolled 14.
13.
11.
What's a 21?
Okay, you think you're decently stealthy. You follow him up the path, and the further up this winding path, it's like up on a hill. You go, the more opulent it gets. The cobblestone path starts to become polished and clean, as if someone's gotten the grout out and the dirt from between the stones. You start to see the houses give way. They get more space between them, more yard. They get these sprawling green lawns. Tons of palm trees start popping up, and these beautiful exotic flowers. Some bougainvillea is growing, and you get the soft, sweet scent of it. You follow him all the way up this path. He branches off to the left. You follow him around the corner. How long does invisibility last?
An hour.
Okay, yeah, that's more than enough time. He ends up at this white-washed house. It has these beautiful Roman columns outside. It's one floor, but it's large. It sprawls. Several different buildings, and some of the buildings have these brightly colored patterns painted onto them, and there's like gold filigree on parts of the crown molding around the sides and the corners. And there's a single light burning over the front door. He, however, dips off to the right and disappears around the back of the house.
I follow.
All right. You all follow. You get to the backyard, and it's this big it goes on for a while. It has this really high hedge that sort of encloses the backyard, and you see a small, like, knee-high, very romantic-looking labyrinth of hedge, and there's like stone benches and a little fountain in the center, and there are roses everywhere. It's very fragrant and beautiful. You don't see Virgil anywhere. You do, however, roll a perception check.
Everyone, did you say?
19.
Yep. 19. Okay.
16.
7.
9.
8.
19, Velara. You are looking around for handsome man Virgil. You don't see him in the garden. And you glance over at the house and you see a window open, and you see movement as if someone's darting inside. The curtains are billowing softly, but the window is wide open. It's a very, very tall window as well.
Is it on the ground floor or like an
Ground
upper
floor.
floor?
There's no upper floor. It's all ground floor.
Oh, okay. So I motion to everyone who can. Well, they can't see me, huh? Okay. Well, then I just go up to the window and peer in.
You see a dark, it looks like a study. The walls are lined with bookcases. There's a desk with a very fancy looking book, a very tall bottle of ink. There's these beautiful gauzy white curtains on either side of you, and you see the door into the office is open. And through there, you don't see much. It's just dark.
Okay. Is there a door or like any way I can climb in?
That's
Like
going to be
double
tough.
French doors or something?
So there are double French doors. So where you are is on the left side of the back of the building. About halfway to the right corner, you see what looks like a little back porch area. It's got white and black checkered marble on the floor of it, and there are 2 doors over there, but they're not open.
Okay. I'm gonna go try them to see if they're locked.
Okay. You go over and just gently wiggle one of the doorknobs. It is locked.
Okay.
Daisy, make a perception check.
8.
You hear a whisper, but it might have also just been a seagull. You still hear these birds.
Okay. I move back away from the window and I'm just like, Daisy.
Roll again.
Trying to.
No, this time you hear her a little bit better. It's very faint, but you could have sworn you heard someone say your name.
Did someone say my name?
Yes. Follow the sound of my whisper. I need your Artificer magic.
What do you need?
See the door. Come towards the door over here. I need you to try to break in the lock.
Oh. What's in there? Do you know? Did you see through the window?
There's a study. There's an open book. I just feel like we have to go inside. I feel like something very bad's about to happen inside, and I feel like we must get in.
All right. I'm going to send now. Is Calliope invisible to everyone but me? Or people?
They can see her, but she's ghostly.
Okay. All right. Well, then I was going to send her in to keep an eye on what's going on, but I'll try and break the lock or whatever. Pick the lock.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools, or do you have anything that specifically picks locks?
I have thieves' tools. Yes.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check. I've never done a picking lock thing, and I'm sure this isn't how you do it, but just roll a sleight of hand check.
It's a 23.
Yeah. Excellent. You pull out your little tools. You stick the like hairpin thin line in. You maneuver it a little bit, and you hear this soft click.
All right. You'd be good at this. So I slowly like open the door, making sure it's not like a creaker.
It is
And-
not. They well oil everything in this house.
Yay, I hate creaky doors. Okay. And then I go inside. What room do I find myself in?
So
I'm assuming
the other
Dave's beside me.
you
I'm
don't know.
following.
The other
Okay.
three of you, all you see is a door opening on its own. What you see inside, it looks like the back of a foyer. If this were a larger house for the second floor, this would be where the staircase was, but it is a long hall. There's lots of open arched doorways on either side. You see the front door, what you assume is probably the front door, two beautiful like double French doors. Right in front of you, there's some paintings on the wall that look very expensive. There's little side tables that have some statues and things on them, some flowers. Just
I
looks
feel like
like
I'm at the
a fancy
Huntington
home.
Library, by the
A
way.
little bit. A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Do I hear any voices? Do we hear anyone talking?
You don't hear anyone, no.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to whisper to Daisy, who I'm hoping is nearby. I think we should just explore and see if we can find anyone. I feel like something very bad's about to happen.
All right. All right. Is this you? And I try and feel where the voice is. Is this you here?
You feel tiny little hands on the side of your flank.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to touch you so I don't
Tail.
hit you. I'll grab your tail. Oh, sorry. Oops. And then I grab her tail.
Okay. You just slide it along her spine. You find her hind and you grab the tail right there. So,
Right.
what are the rest of you doing? The three of you that are outside.
I think I'm going to just walk around, maybe go over to the labyrinth and explore the labyrinth a little bit and see if I pick up any insight.
Okay. Make a
What-
perception check.
I've been rolling terribly today. 5.
It's lovely. It's very romantic. It's got a nice vibe to it.
What room am I
You're outside.
in? Outside. I thought I went through a door when it was opened.
No, you saw a door open.
Oh, can I go
But
through
the
it?
three of you, sure. You
Yeah.
saw a door open and you didn't see it just opened on its own.
It
So
wasn't
you-
Velara.
You're all invisible.
Yeah, but
You couldn't
like, I
see
thought we
her.
could hear each other.
You can't hear them. You all rolled perception.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it's an open door. I'm gonna go in it.
So Rufus alone disappears into this open door. Leaf, what are you doing?
Well, I had only rolled a 16 on perception, so I'm probably just like looking around the yard.
Okay, you see some nice leaves. These hedges are real pretty. They're real nice. They'd be good for hiding in because you're so small. You could just duck into them.
And Leaf has the instinct to go and duck behind, but then
You
he
do.
realizes he's invisible.
You can do the like Homer Simpson and disappear into the hedge.
But
If
I'm
you
already
want.
invisible, so I don't need to do that. Then I think at some point he's gonna realize, like, is anyone? Hello?
You just saying this out loud at like normal speaking range.
No, like maybe a little quieter. It's like, is
Can I hear him?
anyone here?
Can you roll a perception check?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
14.
You hear a very faint little voice.
I'm going to start walking back to the house.
So while you two are outside trying to find each other, Daisy and Velara, you are inside.
Do we hear Rufus come in at all?
No.
Behind us?
Still invisible, still stealthing. Because by the time Rufus comes in, you guys are already somewhat deep into the house. You pass through several what looks like sunrooms and tea rooms and places where people would gather. You can tell these people are rich because they have a ton of different spaces where people can just sit and socialize. These rooms don't really have a use except sitting and talking to each other and sharing gossip and being social. And you go through several of these rooms. One is full of plants. It looks like a lovely sunroom. Someone in this house cares about plants. And you get towards the back where there's a hallway and several closed doors. And the door at the far end of this hallway is slowly opening, and you see a figure standing in front of it. And can you both make a quick perception check for me?
Who is that?
Just those two. Rufus, you're not there yet.
I'm out to lunch as well.
You're behind them a little bit. 9?
9.
Okay.
Not rolling well today either.
Velara, who might be frozen?
Yeah, it looks like she's frozen.
But beautiful in doing so.
I know, she's stunningly frozen.
How perfect.
Well, let's pause for a moment.
When we left off, you saw a figure opening a door at the end of the hallway, and I asked you to make perception checks. So, Velara, Daisy, please make a perception check.
Okay. 8.
12.
Daisy, you think maybe this is Virgil? But as the door opens, you feel this aura wash over you, and it feels like death itself. It feels like you are being pulled back to the plains of penitence, kicking and screaming. It feels awful. You're almost nauseous. It's like seasickness, but worse. Velara and Daisy are both going to take 5 points of necrotic damage. As the door opens, you see beyond the figure that's standing there, another figure standing in the room, waiting and ready. This figure is clothed in the remains of a suit of armor. There's a tattered purple tabard over the top with a symbol that you don't recognize, but when you look at it, something about it makes you even more nauseous. There's something in the symbol itself. It's not a ward, it's not a glyph, it's a symbol of something. Can you both make religion checks for me?
8. Bad dice.
Put it in dice jail.
It is in dice jail now.
I rolled a natural 1.
No idea, but Daisy, when you look on this symbol, you feel cold fingers creeping into your mind. And you hear a voice that's not your own.
Oh no.
It's cloying, and for some reason, hearing it, you get the scent of something rotting. And it's not coming from the figures in front of you. You feel the heat of Avernus on the back of your neck. And this voice says, I found you.
No.
But then it's gone. But you are sick. You feel yourself sick. You are nauseous. Okay. So the figure in front of Virgil, do either of you have dark vision?
No, I don't.
I don't do that.
Okay. You can't see its face. You can see its overall shape. And it looks at Virgil. And Virgil has to make this save. You see Virgil double over in pain, clutching his stomach. He falls to the ground and he starts retching. The figure starts to walk up towards him, and I need you two to roll initiative. Rufus, you are 1 round away, and Leaf and Alyssum, you are 2 rounds away.
I rolled a nat 20 for initiative.
Yay.
Right.
Oh, then you have to go first. Ugh.
Yeah.
I rolled 19.
Okay, hang on just a second. I gotta roll for this
Somewhat.
gruesome thing. Okay. So, Velara, you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah. Plus 3 initiative, so 23 initiative. I don't know if the nat 20 counts for anything in initiative.
Not really. It's better than a 1, though. And Daisy, you rolled a 19, you said? Nice.
Finally rolling well.
Uh-huh. It's good. Okay. Daisy, what's your dex modifier?
+2.
Okay. Velara, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Okay. How far am I from whatever this shadowy symbol, religious symbol thing is?
The symbol?
Well,
You're-
the symbol's on the suit of armor, right?
Yeah, you're from the figure that was hurting Virgil, you're about 25 feet away.
25 feet away. Okay, and how close is Virgil to this being now?
Like 5 feet.
Okay.
They're right next to each other.
But
All right.
they just look shadowy to us, this being, right? Like we don't see it.
Yeah,
right?
because you're in dark. There's no light down here. You just see like the outline of armor.
But did you say we could recognize that it's Virgil or not?
You
The
think
other-
so? Because you rolled a
Okay.
12 and an 8, so maybe.
Okay. All right. Either way, I'm just gonna come out guns blazing and cast chromatic orb at the thing that's making us all nauseous, the suit of armor character. And
That's
I'm gonna
not
do
the
that
same
at 3rd level.
What was that?
Is that the same thing that's at him, the suit of armor, or is that separate?
No, that's the same thing.
The same thing. Okay.
At 3rd level, okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna roll to hit. So that would be 18 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. All right. Just hits. And then I'm going to make it be cold damage. And that'll be 5d8. Let me get this going. So 2, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. So 14 damage.
Okay. You hurl this icy orb at this figure in the doorway on the other side of what you assume is Virgil, and you hit it. Make a perception check for me.
14.
You expect it to do more damage, but it doesn't even flinch.
Oh. So it doesn't take any damage?
You don't know. You don't know.
What
It
kind of
doesn't do
damage
what
is
you
it?
expected. Cold.
Okay. Okay. Well, then let's see, what are my bonus actions? All right. I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Daisy. So you have a 1d8 to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Thank you.
Yep. And that's my turn.
It's its turn now.
Huh.
Must have rolled well.
Huh.
Okay. Velara, I need you to make a con saving throw.
A con save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's only a 12.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna add 5 to that. I'm gonna flash a genius.
Okay. You feel a presence in your mind. You feel it start to sort of push at the barriers of your brain.
Like it.
And you feel cold. But you feel your friend beside you, and she amps you up enough that you feel it back off, and you feel the cold drop. Daisy, I need you to make a con saving throw.
Natural 20.
All right. You feel just a soft cold on the back of your mind, these fingers trying to find a place to reach in, but they don't find any place that they can move, so they leave you completely. All right. The creature takes a side step and disappears around a wall. Daisy, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So I can't see this creature anymore?
It's around a wall.
But the but Virgil is there.
Sorry, someone's mic is tapping. Yeah, Virgil is still in the doorway and just hunched over on the floor, retching.
Okay, I'm going to cast.
Hang on, that might be you.
Mic is
My mic?
Yeah,
is
it's
it
like tapping.
something?
Is it?
Or it's crackling a little bit?
Can you hear it now? Okay, I'm gonna just take the mic off. Unplug it.
I think it's good now. You were after you've touched it again.
Well, it's okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I just used my computer mic. Okay, I am going to cast, I'm going to go over to Virgil,
Mhm.
and I'm going to cast Rope Trick.
Okay.
What's
So,
that?
I touch a rope and it rises into the air, and the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. And it's an hour-long spell. So I'm going to cast Rope Trick, and then I'm going to try and get him up the rope.
Okay, how high is the rope? What's the length of it?
Up until the top of as high of the room as the room is.
Okay. That's about 7 or 8 feet. So it's gonna take a full round. We're gonna get to Virgil's round and then gonna get back to Virgil for him to get up standing and then get up the rope because he's very sick right now.
Okay.
Just so you know, it's gonna take a couple.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and protect him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You do so. It is now Virgil's turn.
Can I do something with my bonus?
Oh yes, sorry. What's your bonus?
That's okay. I'm gonna cast brand. I guess I have to see this creature to cast Branding Smite.
I think. Well, is Branding Smite on your weapon? Because I think.
Yeah, I would cast it on my weapon, so next time I shoot.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess
no,
I
you don't.
cast it on my weapon. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Branding Smite on my crossbow and have it ready.
Okay, you get up close to Virgil. You do both of these things. This rope that you've pulled out of your pack climbs up, and a portal appears at the top of it. Just this black void. Then you cast this on your weapon, and you look down in Virgil's face, and you see he looks exhausted. There's dark circles under his eyes immediately, and his skin has lost some of its tone, lost some of its color. Something is very, very wrong with Virgil. It is now his turn. He is going to stand up. He sways a little bit, tries to keep himself standing and leans against a wall. He notices, however, the rope that you've pulled out, and he reaches for it and grabs it. That's all he's going to be able to do on his turn, however. Rufus, I need you to roll initiative.
Woo!
Also, we're not invisible anymore, right? Because we cast spell.
Nope. Yeah, as soon as you
Wait,
cast your spell, your invisibility drops.
I thought it's only if it's.
It breaks it. So invisibility is a concentration, and if you cast a spell, it breaks that concentration.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. At
Okay.
least my invisibility spell.
Mine too. No longer invisible.
I rolled a 14.
14 for Rufus. All right. So we are back at the top of the order. Velara, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm going to go up to Virgil, and I'm going to cast Healing Word on him. I'm gonna say, sorry we had to meet again like this, but I know your story now, and I want you to know I'm here to help you with your lady love, and I'm going to try to give you some healing so you can make it up the rope. And I cast Healing Word, and I say, Nalilo. And he gets, let's see, 2d4 plus 3. So 9 points of healing.
Perfect.
For whatever that might help.
That does pretty good.
Okay.
So you heal this poor man. He looks a little bit less, oddly enough, he looks a little bit less seasick. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I would also like to, I'd like to move to peer in the doorway where I'd like to peer through the doorway, not blocking the doorway, but just like sticking my head around the doorway to see if I can see where the suit of armor dude went, or lady, whoever.
The creature.
The being.
This is actually something I had to do on the end of Daisy's turn. You both in the doorway with Virgil take 5 points of necrotic damage. And so does Virgil. But I am waiting until you do your healing.
Okay.
So when you look around the corner, Velara, there's some moonlight coming in through these windows. You're in a bedroom. There's a beautiful 4-poster bed with these gauzy curtains hanging around the edges of it. There's dressers and big tall wardrobes and fancy dresses on hangers and things. You see the creature now in the moonlight. You see it just enough to see its face. It looks like it was once human. And when you look at it, I actually need you to make another DC Constitution saving throw. When you see its face, it looks as if all of the features have been dragged down and its mouth is permanently open in a long, elongated grimace. Its skin is ashen, as if it's been dead for a long time, and its eyes are just blank white. Sorry, what?
Aging's a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So my Constitution is a 16.
It's your bonus. What would you roll?
16.
Oh, your con save was a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel again these cold fingers trying to reach into your mind.
Ugh.
And you feel yourself lock eyes with it. But it doesn't get any purchase in your brain.
Okay.
But that's what you see. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Is it still like my turn, like I could cast something?
You have a bonus action.
Oh, okay. So
you just cast your healing.
That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. For my bonus action, ooh. Let's see, I can get 10 minutes. So I would like to try doing, where did it go? Isn't there some sort of where I can do the bardic inspiration, but it's like a counter effect? I can't see it. Never mind. Okay. No, I guess I'll move back out of the doorway.
Okay. You move back into the hall?
Yeah.
Okay. You do so. You both in the hallway look to Virgil and you see, let me see what you see. You see him double over again in pain, And he begins to retch again. This time it's black, like ink. And it's liquidy. And it's starting to stain the edges of his mouth and down his chin, and it stains the white of his shirt. And he doubles over in pain again on the floor, and he is no longer able to stand. He's just lying down, and he looks beyond seasick at this point. Right. This creature is then going to move back into the doorway. Daisy, I need you to make a con save.
It's not gonna.
What was it?
Not even. It's an 8. I could flash of genius, but I'm feeling 13 still not good enough. So I'm not going to. It's my last one. Oh wait, I have bardic inspiration. Hold on. Bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration. 9. I was a 1. I rolled a 1. But would 14 be enough? If I add 9.
I can't tell you.
I know. What do we think? Do I use my last flash of genius?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be good enough. All right.
You lock eyes with this creature. And as you look into its face, you see its white eyes are rolling around as if it's mad and it's searching. But the eyes stop and focus, these tiny dilated black pupils just staring at you. And you double over in pain as you take 22 necrotic damage just from its look.
Jeez.
It's going to use its movement to back up again around the wall. Daisy, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try and shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay, you're going to have to move within line of sight, either in the doorway or in the room itself.
I'm gonna do it.
Where are you moving?
Just where I can see it.
Okay.
Just where I can see it.
So you'll be standing in the doorway. You can see it along that wall. You can see the moonlight coming in, and you get a pretty good view of it, actually.
16.
16 will not hit.
Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna try again.
I mean, can you fly 2 times?
Okay, that one should hit. It's a 21.
That'll hit. Do your damage.
So then the damage is, where's my crossbow? 8 points of damage, and then it also is going to take, because of branding smite, it's going to take an additional 2d6 of radiant damage. So that's another 7 points radiant damage, and now it's going to have a shed a dim light of 5 feet.
All right.
And it can't become invisible.
All right, so you miss your first shot purely because looking into its face strikes terror in you. There's something about this creature that is absolutely frightening to your core. There's something that does not seem like it should be on this plane of existence. It goes against everything you know. But your second shot, you breathe out, you breathe in, you shoot. You center yourself a little bit, and you do hit it this time, and a soft glow is coming off of its armor now. You manage to just nick its neck, but you do damage. Can Artemis attack or not really in its form? Artemis can attack, and technically right now, Artemis is a ghost weapon.
Okay. Oh. Well, Artemis is gonna, with my bonus, go and attack. He's mad.
Okay. normally wouldn't be able to because you're standing in the doorway, but because she's a ghost, she can walk right through you. So, do your damage. Roll to hit, rather.
Okay. What, should I move instead of doing this if I'm in the way? I realized I was in the way. Can't
you do both? Wouldn't she be able to move?
Yeah, you still have your movement.
Yeah.
You've used you moved like 5 feet to get into the doorway, so you have your movement minus 5 feet, and you have your bonus action.
Okay, I'm gonna send Artemis to attack, and then I'm gonna move out of the doorway.
Okay.
She's not gonna hit. That's a 13.
13 does not hit. Where are you moving?
I'm going
just
to
outside of the doorway, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back to where Virgil is.
Okay. You're going to take 5 necrotic damage as you feel this aura still washing over you, and Artemis is also going to take 5 necrotic damage.
Oh, what little Artemis.
All right. It is now Virgil's turn. He is doubled over in pain. He's going to make a real quick con save. Okay. Virgil manages to stand up. He wipes this black inkish whatever coming out of his mouth from his chin. Stumbling, he's going to step into the doorway behind you. You are both now effectively blocking the doorway. But he... Can that reach? Yeah. He pulls up a dart gun. And he's going to shoot a dart, just lift it to his lips and send it at this creature, which is going to hit. So this creature is going to take some damage as the dart smacks it right on the top of the head and just skids and sticks. The creature's not wearing a helmet. It has a suit of armor, but you can see the face and the head. There's no hair at all. It looks a little misshapen, as if it was in a malleable form and it was pressed. So it's going to take some damage, and then Virgil is going to stumble backwards through the doorway. He's going to... Huh?
He's not going to try the rope?
No. He's going to stumble back through the doorway towards Velara. He's going to get on the other side of you. And you hear him saying to himself, "Where is she? Where is she?" But that's all Virgil can do on his turn. Rufus, you come into the hallway behind them. You're still invisible, but you see your friends up ahead, and you see the general shape of them. It's still pretty dark. Do you have dark vision, actually? As a gnome, you might.
I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Oh, I do have dark. Where would it say?
Under senses, on the left.
Why can't I find anything?
It would be under passive perception, passive investigation.
Senses. Passive.
It would be under there.
No.
It would say
dark vision 60 feet.
Yes, so you do have dark vision. You see Virgil clearly, but he's got this black liquid down his front as if he's vomited it. You see Velara, and you see Daisy a little ahead. You also see this rope that's just going into the ceiling into like a dark void. What would you like to do? You're about 30 feet away from everyone at this point.
And what's his name? Virgil is vomiting again on the ground?
No, he's not vomiting.
Oh, that's good.
You just see he's covered in black.
I want to cast, unfortunately, and be selfish. I'm going to do a little protection from good and evil on myself. Can I cast it on myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to do that first. And that would be that. So I think for my movement, I'm just going to, or did I already do my movement by coming into the hallway?
No,
tell me if you have this. I kind of want to be like, I want to get on my hands and knees and go, Virgil, climb the rope. I'll give you a boost.
Okay, you get over to Virgil. He's on his hands and knees on the marble floor, whispering, and you hear he seems like he's not listening to you. He just says, "Where is she? Where is she?" over and over and over.
All right. Well, I mean, I've done my action, right? I think that's it. That's all I can do.
Do you have a bonus action?
I don't have bonus actions except for melee attacks, and I'm too far.
Alrighty. Then I need Leaf and Alyssum to roll initiative because you are coming in behind Rufus.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Allie.
What is your dex modifier?
Dex is +3.
And Velara, what's your dex modifier?
My dex is +2.
All right. So, Leaf, you're now at the head of the order. And Alyssum?
Wait, I thought Alice had rolled a 23 initiative.
Yeah, because she rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a 20 plus my bonus. Yeah.
So technically a 23. Oh, you're right. You did do a dirty 20. I was just putting you at 20. All right. So Velara, then Leaf. Okay. You are correct. Alyssum?
8.
8. All right. We're at the top of the order. Velara, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm still by the doorway. I peek my head around, and I'm assuming I still see the suited being.
I thought you had backed up into the hallway away from the door to clear the doorway.
Right, but I like could stick my head around, right?
Well, Daisy's in the doorway, and then Virgil was in the doorway, so you would have been outside.
Well, I moved
clearance
not
for
in the
them.
doorway.
Can I?
You moved
stick my
around
head the doorway.
Sure. So right now, let's just say this: you two are flanking the doorway.
Okay. All right. So do I see the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'd like to cast Bane on it.
Okay.
So it has to make a charisma save to beat 14.
Okay. Yeah, it'll beat it.
Okay. All right, then as a bonus action, I'd like to cast another healing word on Virgil.
Okay.
And that'll be, oops. So that'll just be 5 more points of healing.
Okay. So you send some healing to him that he desperately needs. All right. And that is your action. Any movement you'd like to do? You're still leaning into the doorway.
Lean back. Lean.
Okay. You're gonna take 5 points of necrotic damage, and Daisy, actually, because you ended where you did, you're also gonna take 5 points of necrotic damage. Sorry, I forgot that. Leaf, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Do I still have to like run in, or have I been running as soon as I'm here?
You're at the doorway. You guys haven't heard anything. You were just kind of going through the house trying to find where your friends were. You are at the beginning of what is the hallway. You see Virgil and Rufus that are about 10-ish feet away from you. You see Daisy and Velara further down the hallway. They are near a doorway, and they're both flanking it. And you see Virgil just has like black ink down his front.
And I don't see anything in the next room, right?
No.
Okay. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I will enter the room that all my friends are in.
Okay. The hallway, you mean?
Yes, I will enter the hallway that all my friends are in.
Okay, you're at the front of the hallway now. What would you like to do? You have your full movement.
I'll move to see if I can see what they're all looking at.
What's your movement speed?
I have 30.
Okay, you can just get to the doorway, but you're going to end in the doorway.
And do I see the thing that they're all looking at?
You do. Around the corner, you see this creature.
I'm gonna Leaf's gonna reach the doorway, look at the thing, start moving his hands frantically, and cast poison spray.
All right.
It has to make a con save of 15.
You cast your spell. And you see it attempt to affect the creature. You shoot this spray from the palm of your hand, and it trickles down his armor like water. It does nothing.
That's not good. And then as a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Spirit. Just like right behind me.
Okay. When you look inside to cast your poison spray, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh, I forgot that I have to actually roll the die. I'm playing too much online. That'll be 22. Yes.
You feel something wash over you. You feel a cold in the back of your mind, but you shrug it off. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Cast Healing Spirit, so a giant frog is going to appear. Giant fey frog is going to appear in the hallway.
Where are you putting it?
I wanted to put it like, so if I'm facing the doorway, I just want to toss it behind me.
Okay, so it's like 5 feet right behind you.
Yeah, so it's in the hallway with all my friends.
Perfect.
And I cast that at 3rd level. So it will be 2d6 healing.
What's the range on that? Is it just a 5-foot square, or does it extend further?
It is a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
And it can heal up to oh gosh, 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So I think that should be, it can heal 5 people up to 2d6.
Okay, well, no one is within the range of it right now, so.
Yeah, but I'm just letting everyone know if they pass through it, they will receive healing, and that healing will be 4.
Okay. It's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's the end of your turn. You are going to take 5 necrotic damage. Yeah. All right, it's the creature's turn. Leaf, because you're in the doorway, I need you to make another con saving throw. 10. You look into this creature's eyes. These white, swirling. If the creature could be, he would probably be frothing at the mouth. It's this elongated, almost caught in a scream. Like the jaw is broken and it's hanging, but it's been pulled, and its eye sockets have been pulled. You're going to take 22 necrotic damage as it stares into you, and you feel it in your mind. It reaches in and slithers away.
I don't like that at all.
That's all it's going to do for now. However, Daisy, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow again.
Leaf is currently in the doorway. Are you going to, like, shove Leaf aside?
I'm small, though. Could she shoot over my head?
Could I?
I mean, technically, No, but fuck the rules because that doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah.
Cool. I'll push
Yeah.
him to the side slightly and.
Okay, so Leaf, you're pressed up against the door frame. You're like up against the door jamb, but you can still look to the side and see this creature. You're just both sandwiched into the doorway.
I accept it. I accept getting shoved. I'm just like.
Just don't step on him.
That's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Do your damage.
5.
All right. You send another crossbow right at him, smacks into the neck, and it sticks there this time.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Go for it.
That's 16.
16 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
I need you now to make a DC con save.
18.
All right. Again, you feel that cold presence at the back of your mind, and it's still searching for a way in. However, it doesn't affect you.
I'm going to send Artemis on it again.
All right, roll to hit as Artemis charges in.
It went from a nat 20 to a 2. That's a hit. It was like nat 20. Oh wait, no, 2.
Never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, Artemis does not succeed. And then with my movement, I'm gonna go back to where the Virgil is.
All the way back to Virgil? Okay. Artemis is going to take 5 points of necrotic damage. You feel yourself go back towards Virgil, and you breathe out that scent of rot. And you don't take that 5 necrotic.
Does Artemis stay in there?
Yeah, Artemis is in there.
Okay.
All right, that's your turn, Daisy. It's now Virgil's turn. Virgil stumbles to his feet, and with his full movement speed, charges towards the room. And he barrels into both of you, or rather, just Leaf, because Leaf is the only one in the doorway still. You get knocked 5 feet into the room because Virgil is running in. And Virgil, now standing in the doorway, has somehow gotten some resolve. And from his back, he pulls this staff that has been strapped there. It is a large dark oak staff. It's got white leather wrapped around it. The top is curved and carved into a twist. And he takes one large lunge forward and is going to attack this creature. His quarterstaff hits square on the head. You hear this resounding crack down the hallway as it connects with its skull. And he does some damage, finally. He's going to then jump backwards. He's actually going to take that 4 healing because he ran straight through that creature, the Fae.
Yeah, did I run through it when I went back to him?
Yeah, you would have, actually.
4 points. I'll take it.
You're going to take 4 points. And he's going to back up into a corner. Your healing almost negates the necrotic damage he takes. Just by 1. So he manages to do some damage. Yeah, that's all he's going to do for now. Leaf, you can see his face. He looks determined, and he's looking wildly around the room, expecting someone. But no one is there. Rufus, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You're about 25 feet-ish away from the doorway. Back where Virgil was a second ago.
So if I cast any spell, my good and evil comes off.
Is it a concentration?
So I can do something that's not a concentration spell.
No, is protection
is
from evil and good concentration?
Yeah.
then a spell is gonna no.
I think it's you can't cast another concentration spell.
You can't cast another concentration spell. So you can cast another spell.
Oh, great. That's much better. Thank good nasty. Now, what do I want to do then? Because the one I was gonna cast is a concentration spell. So I'm going to cast. Ooh, but would it work? I don't know. Let's do. Can't do that. Okay. Chromatic. I'm just gonna go with a good old faithful and do chromatic. Wait. Oh God, did you do chromatic verb and it didn't work?
Remember, you're still about 25 feet away, so you're gonna have to move.
Right.
And you weren't here for it. You were not here for Velara casting.
Can I ask my friends as I run? Did you do chromatic orb?
That's Kelen, that's very meta.
There's other things I can do. I just wanted to try. Okay, so I'll go towards where I can see the who's in the way. Move out the way. I'm coming.
Leaf is about 5 feet inside of the doorway.
Okay, so no one's in my way.
No, not really. If you want to, what's your speed?
My speed is not probably great. How come I can never find what I want?
As long as it's 25, you should be good.
25.
Yeah, so you're going to end right in the doorway. You can see over Leaf's head, you see this creature with its drawn face and its rolling white eyes.
Okay. I'm going to do lightning lure.
What is that?
I create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of my choice I can see. They must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to, oh wait. No, I don't want that. Or be pulled up to 10 feet straight towards me and they take 1d8 lightning damage. No, fuck, get away. I wish I could just give it in the night. Bring it. Okay, we'll do chill touch.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to work. This is horrible.
You have to be within range to touch him, though, I believe.
No, it's a ghostly skeleton.
Oh, you send the ghostly. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, okay. On a hit, the guy.
Roll to hit.
Okay. I'm doing it on D&D. No, fuck you. 18.
18 just hits, dude.
Woo! Woo! Okay. Now this is the fun part where Kelen gets to find the dice that she needs.
What is it?
An 8.
It's the diamond. Yeah.
Look at that, people. You too can play D&D. Okay, 5 and 8. 8 and 5, guys. 13.
All right. You send your cold skeletal hand shooting out towards it.
Yeah.
It almost like caresses its face in a deathly grip. And it does do damage, however, the creature doesn't seem to be as affected by it as you are expecting.
It's the cold. Doesn't
Chill touch is it cold damage or necrotic damage?
If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you, but they already have it on a disadvantage if they are undead because I have the other thing on. I have lesser evil, lesser whatever the fuck. Excuse my language, everyone.
Protection from evil and good, or
yeah, good and evil.
Does that give undead disadvantage? I thought it was you can't be charmed or frightened.
The creature of these types of disadvantage on attack rolls against disadvantage on attack rolls against me, and I can't be charmed. So if I have double disadvantage, that just means y'all don't step.
It's necrotic. Cold touch is necrotic damage.
Okay. Instead, then. Nope. Same thing. Yep. You think it's supposed to do more damage than it does.
All right.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I want to move out the way. I'm gonna go back into the hallway. Be like, cool, thanks, bye bye.
You moved 25 feet. You have exactly 25 feet. So you ended using all of your movement to get into the doorway to see it. So you're going to end in the doorway. You have no more movement.
No more movement. Cool. Can I throw a dagger?
You already used an action, Kelen.
I didn't know if that was a bonus action.
You're going to take
action.
5
That's what
necrotic
it's
damage
called.
at the end of your turn.
Even though I have I have.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I am sure.
Seems not right. I'm protected from aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead.
It's not an attack.
I know.
It's a thing that it just has.
I know. We're in its presence. Okay, 5. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Alyssum, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
How far away am I from the creature?
You're 30 feet. You don't see it. You see your friend standing in the doorway.
Why didn't it work?
I don't see it.
Yeah, because it's in the room at the end of the hall. It's a 30-foot hall that you're in, and it's down there. But you see your friends attacking something in that room.
So it's in a room now. I thought it was still in the hall.
No, it hasn't been in the hall for a while. It's in that room.
Got it.
Heal us. Heal us all.
Okay. I'm going to make my way over to the friend.
You hear a meta voice in your head. Here, please.
Heal us. Me and Virgil. Heal us.
I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, I will say you do not see Virgil because Virgil is in the room. You do see Daisy, however. And you see the rest of your friends pretty much except for Leaf.
Okay.
Leaf is also in the room, about 5 feet. You see like just the corner of Leaf.
So I will go over and touch Daisy and cast Cure Wounds, 1d8. Okay, so I got a 5, but it says when I cast this at a 2nd level or higher, which I'm doing at the 3rd, the healing increases by 1d8. Okay, so.
Wait, 1d8, don't you have a bonus? 1d8 plus something?
Your spellcasting modifier?
Yeah.
Wait, only 5?
Huh? No, 5 was the 2nd roll. My spellcasting modifier is +4.
So 9.
12.
So the first one is, wait.
The first one I rolled, wait.
What was your first roll?
Shit, no, I forgot.
5. You said 5.
Okay, so 9.
Okay.
And then
9 plus your 2 other d8s.
2 other d8s?
If you're doing it at a 3rd level, you get a d8 per level.
Okay, plus
right?
6.
Okay. 9 plus 6.
Plus 9. 24.
You only add your modifier once.
Okay, well, then whatever that is then.
What did you roll? You rolled a 5, you rolled a 6. And what else did you roll?
No, the 6 was with the modifier, so it would have been a 2.
Okay, a 5 and a 2 and a...
What was your last roll?
5.
12.
So 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
16,
you.
16 points of healing.
I also have this thing called empowered healing.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll any number of those dice once.
If
Well,
you
I
would
think
like
it's
to
okay for
keep in
now.
mind, we
But-
gotta keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, Daisy.
Thank you. Do you want a spiritual weapon with your bonus, maybe? Something. Sorry, I'm gonna be quiet.
Can I see the creature now from where I am?
No, you cannot.
Okay,
Not unless you get in that room. You won't be able to see it.
then I don't really see any point of making an attack, right? Yeah.
Not unless you move
Don't need
into the room.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I can move and make an attack after that spell. Right.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Okay, Let's move on. Velara, we're at the top of the round. What would you like to do?
Okay, so how big is the room?
It's like 25 by 20.
25?
Yeah, 25 by 20.
25 by 20? Okay, and where is everyone in relation to the being? Where is the being and how far away is everyone from the being?
So Virgil is in a corner in the far, like upper right corner. So he's about 15 on the edge of 20 feet away, like in between there. For the sake of this, he's 15 feet. Leaf is within like 5-ish feet of it.
Okay.
Because it's right next to the doorway.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lean in the doorway again, and I look over Rufus's, because I'm tall and Rufus is short, right? So I could see over.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb again.
Okay.
And that'll be, ooh, nat 20.
All right, do your damage.
And then so.
What kind is it?
10, hang on, 10, 18. So 25. So 50 points of fire damage.
All right, you hurl this ball of fire. This what?
Because cold didn't work the way I wanted.
You hurl a ball of fire damage for 50 points, you said?
Yes, 50.
How is just 50 points?
Because I got 20, baby.
Excellent. You watch this creature get enveloped as this ball of fire hits it, and it starts to sizzle, and it sort of dissipates around the body. It has scorch marks all up its neck, and its armor is starting to melt away a little bit in places, but it is still standing.
Okay. But it does look like it took damage?
Yes. Perhaps not what you were expecting, however.
Okay. All right. And then I move my head back.
All right, I actually need you to make a DC saving throw for con.
19.
Again, you feel that cold in the back of your head, and you feel these fingers just itching to find a way into your subconscious, and you feel terror for a second. And you breathe deeply, your heart is racing, but you whip your head away, and you feel it leave.
Okay, quick question.
Yep.
Is it when we're making these con saves, is it against necrotic damage or against fright?
You have no idea.
Wait, I don't know what damage I'm taking?
You have no idea because no one has taken this damage yet.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
It is, do you have some kind of disadvantage on fright or something?
Well, I have something that could help us against damage of being frightened or charmed, but
yeah,
not.
You have no idea.
Okay.
It got me at one point, right?
No, not with that.
Oh, this creature's magical.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, or just leaving?
Nope.
No bonus actions. Okay. Leaf, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Leaf's gonna get really angry. His little teeth are gonna sharpen up, and he's going to. You said it's within 5 feet, right?
He's right there.
Ooh, then he's gonna jump on him.
Awesome. Feral child.
With his little primal savagery, so he's gonna just like run up and just like claw at him.
Climb him like a tree.
Yeah. Oh wait, this would be a spell attack. Oh yeah, so 17 to hit.
Your little claws cling against his armor, but you gain no purchase.
Ooh, then I'm going to. Well, there's not really any place for me to go, right?
You can go further in the room. You can go shove your way back through the hallway. You're gonna move Rufus 5 feet back, though, if you need to. Unless Rufus refuses to be moved.
I'll use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
With my nimble escape. So I'll just quickly just disengage and run away and try to move Rufus out of the way.
Okay, Rufus, do you allow this little creature to shove past you? Yeah. So are you going just behind Rufus out of the room?
Yeah.
Okay. You go 5 feet on the other side. You are going to take 5 points of necrotic damage.
As long as he doesn't look at me again.
All right. It is the creature's turn. It steps into the doorway, and now, Alyssum, you can see this creature as well from Rufus. Its sweeping gaze. Huh?
They're like toe to toe. They're both in. Everyone's in the doorway.
No, Rufus got pushed back 5 feet, and then Leaf is 5 feet behind him.
Can I end my turn in my spiritual guy?
Sure.
So I can get some healing? Thank you.
Yeah. You're just gonna take 1 point then of necrotic damage. It is going to sweep its gaze over everyone. You all feel this cold wash over you. Rufus. Actually, no, that would be Alyssum.
I have resistance against cold.
Okay. You're still going to need to make a con saving throw.
Okay. What is this against? Cold or charm?
You don't know.
I'm gonna slap this guy.
14.
You just make it. You feel this cold finger in the back of your mind. You feel it grip something in your subconscious, but then it leaves. All right. It's going to turn around and look at Virgil, but it can't do anything else right now. So it's Daisy's turn. Daisy, you can see just the edge of this creature. You are tucked on the other side of the doorway. What would you like to do?
I'm going to. Is there anything I can see to catapult? Any sort of object, loose object that I can just like? I have this spell, the catapult spell.
In the hallway, no. You would have to move into the doorway to look into the room.
Okay, then I'm just gonna shoot my crossbow at it.
Okay. You are just going to turn around, shoot your crossbow through the doorway.
18.
18 will just hit your damage.
5.
5 points as your crossbow shoots into the back of its head and sticks there.
I'll shoot again.
Excellent.
That one's cocked. Roll that again. Went from 18 to a 4. That's not going to hit. And then with my bonus, Artemis is going to attack again.
Okay, so she's in front of it right now. Do her attack, but then make a con saving throw for her.
Okay. It's not going to hit. All right, con saving throw. She's gonna fail. It was a 4.
Okay. You see her little ruby eyes swivel to look up at him as she attempts to attack. She falls to the ground. Lifeless.
I'll build you again. Don't worry.
All right, Daisy, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. It's now Virgil's turn. Virgil, as an action, is going to grab a health potion from a corner pocket of his leather pants that somehow holds a potion even though they're skin tight. He grabs it, he just smashes it on himself as an action. So he's going to take 9 points of healing from that. And he, let me see, as a bonus action, is going to, let me see, he has to make this, or rather, the creature has to make this save, and it fails. He releases a flurry of blows against it with his bare fist. He's still holding onto his staff, but he's throwing his knuckles straight into this creature's face. He begins to just pummel this creature. His fists are flying directly into its face. It's hitting this jaw that sort of wiggles and gives no resistance at all. He hits it on the cheekbone. He begins to smack it right on the collar, and it goes down, but he just continues to hit it. You all feel this nauseous wave that was covering most of you dissipate, and the creature is no longer moving, but he continues to hit it. Just blow after blow after blow with his fists. The eyes of the creature are no longer moving, and it's sprawled lifeless, but he will not stop.
Wow.
We are out of initiative order.
Whew!
Oh,
Fucking finally! Excuse my French.
You see Virgil crouched over this creature, just wailing on it.
I'm not going to interfere. Wail away.
yeah.
Okay. After, 2 minutes or so of him just straight pummeling this lifeless body, he finally stands up, and gore is just dripping from his fists. Whatever this thing bled, it's all over him, just splattered. And he looks around the room, shaken. And he cannot find the person he's looking for.
Leaf's gonna slide up to him and just give him a little cure wounds.
Okay.
Just slide up next to him and just lightly touch his leg. He's just give him a few. Come on. 6 hit points back.
Okay.
Apparently Leaf can only do 6 healing today.
You heal him for 6 hit points now that you're out of immediate danger. Still pretty good. He looks distraught. And he looks down at you, the closest person to him. And you can see there are tears in his eyes. And he says, I knew we'd never be together. And the house is silent. You feel like there's a tether in the back of your head, and it's tugging a little bit. It's drawing you back to your bodies in the afterworld. You can feel your time is short here.
Virgil, so I don't think we can help you much longer. But when you get to the plains, can you find us?
Why? What plains that?
The plains of penitence.
You'll find out soon enough. I'm sorry that we can't help any further.
He just sloppily wipes tears from his face, and he smears that black ink. It's okay. Without you here, I would have died. I don't know what that was, but I knew her family would never.
Well, her family's a bunch of objects. And Leaf's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out a small handful of good berries. I'd say like 4. Just plop them in. Take Virgil's hand and plop them in. I don't know if that's gonna help, but in case it does, that's for you.
Thank you.
Is there no way I could persuade you to come with us now? I know it's a terrible time.
Come with you where?
To the plains of penitence. It's very difficult to explain, but if you would
I
just
don't know
come
what
with
that
us.
is.
It's an afterlife.
But I'm not dead.
Neither were we. And yet here we are.
Well, hold on one second, if you can, man. I just kind of wave everyone except for him. Just 1 second. We just 1 second, and we all go. I go, but isn't he dead? And this was reenacting his death.
Yes, that's what I believe. That it was he was stuck in a circle of his death.
Right, and we just broke it. So maybe he was in purgatory?
Yes, I do believe that is where he was, but he needs to come with us.
Right, but I don't want to scare him if he's not dead. I don't want to tell him he's dead. So if he is dead,
He dead.
you can't do anything about that, can he? Because he's already gone.
Let's just tell him come with us, and we'll.
You
see
all
what-
feel that tether in the back of your head pull again. You're being called back.
All right, Virgil, just come with us. Come with us right now, and we'll just, we'll take care of you. We have to make sure we get you out of here safely. Come.
Well, we need your help because, man, if you do us a solid, we helped you. If you wouldn't mind coming, we'll take care of you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
I just got betrayed, and the love of my life is gone, and you want me to do you a favor?
No, just
No, it's just,
accompany us.
Just accompany with us right now, and more will be explained.
Daisy, make a persuasion check.
My dice have not been kind to me today. 14.
He looks shaken and completely out of it, but he nods. And he wipes more tears away with the flat of his hand. And he says, all right, fine. Let's go.
Let's just go then.
Fine.
Everyone?
I take out some mugwort from my saddlebag and I put
You
it on.
don't have any more.
Oh.
She gave you exactly as much as you needed for the party.
So how do we leave? We feel this pull. What is it pulling at? How is it pulling us?
You just feel as if you have a rope tied around your waist and you're being tugged.
I'm going to grab Virgil's hand and say, I'm a healer. Let's go someplace that we can restore your health and just get you back to feeling better.
Okay. So you all start to walk down the hallway, back out of this house. And you all, at the same time, you take a step and you feel a tug. And it's almost as if you're pulled out of your body for a second. It's like a jolt. And then you come back in. And then you feel it again, and it's stronger, and you're pulled a little bit more out of your body. But you're back. And then the third one pulls you completely out. You feel static all over your body as if your limbs have been asleep for a while and you're just now moving, been laying on them. And your eyes instinctively close. You feel just a little bit nauseous. And when you open your eyes, you're all standing in a circle again in the medic ward, holding hands. And you see each other. And in the center of the circle, where Alyssum created that portal, you see a very confused Virgil looking around in a panic. But you successfully brought him with you.
It's okay. Just calm down. Can I get you any water? Would you like anything to drink?
Where am I?
Just take a seat. We're in a medical ward.
No, where am I? And he holds out his staff and he points it at you, Alyssum. Someone explain.
You're in the plains of penitence.
You've said that before. I don't know what that means.
After you die, this is where you go. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're dead. We all are. And I know we told it to you before, but you were reliving your death, and we took you from that purgatory to, well, another purgatory.
But here's the good news. Here's the good news, Virgil. We have the chance to defeat some very evil creatures on this plane, and your name was specifically written down to help us accomplish this. So in a way, you're kind of being brought back to life, in a way, even though you're dead.
And in a way, you don't have to relive your betrayal every day.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that he's in shock. And Deppen steps up and puts one of his little hands on Virgil's hand very gently, and he says, "Let me take you to my office. I'll explain everything. I guess I'm technically your caseworker now. I'm Deppen. It's very nice to meet you, Virgil. Come with me." And he starts to lead Virgil towards the doorway, and Virgil, just in a stupor, stumbles just a little. You can tell that even from this distance, Virgil's shaking. And Deppen holds him for a second, turns around and goes, I left the rest of the items over there in case you need them. And you see on the bed where Levon had been an array of items. You see a scimitar, the deep purple blade. You see a circlet. You see a ring. You see a tabard, like that of a cleric. It looks as if Deppen has laid out everything you need for the next journey.
Do I see Artemis?
You do?
And is she all right?
Yeah, this Artemis is totally fine.
Oh, Artemis, I'm so relieved. And Daisy's just going to be like cuddling her metal hippopotamus.
Leaf's also gonna run over and hug it.
Aww.
Wait, so those things that you just described, were those were Levon's belongings that he left, or Virgil's? What?
They're the belongings of the people on the list.
Remember, you need a focus to find the person.
Oh, okay.
The adventurers.
Repeat them once more. It's a scimitar, a tabard. I don't know what a tabard is.
It's like a cloth thing that is put over armor. Usually, like clerics or paladins. It's long. It's usually to be like, I'm of this house, or I'm of this god, or whatever.
Like a poncho?
No.
Okay. There was a ring. What else was there?
A circlet.
What's that?
It's like a tiara, but it's just a band.
Okay.
A scimitar.
Yeah.
And the tabard.
So 4 things.
Long rest, anybody?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Please, I need one really bad.
I'm exhausted.
All right. The cots are still laid up in here from when you guys had refused to leave Levon's side when he was unconscious. So you can take your long rest here if you need to.
Doing it.
I need to.
All right. Everyone on your sheets, tick long rest. You all have a very empty sleep. Alyssum, while you are asleep, you feel a familiar presence. When you had meditated with Levon, attempting to heal him or reach out to him in some way, you formed a connection with him, and you feel that connection again, just a warm band. And you get flashes in your dream, essentially what he's doing. And you see his feet, armored feet, trudging through snow. You can just barely see the snowflakes on his eyelashes as he looks up. You're seeing it through his eyes. And you see a village in the distance. There's 2 large mountains covered in snow, a plain of ice and snow in between him and this little dainty little village, thatch roof cottages, pleasant smoke curling out from the chimneys, and evergreen trees. And you see him breathe out, and there's just this cloud of mist in the air as he heads toward this little town. And that's where we're going to leave off.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh, what a fight, you guys.
I know, seriously, that was a powerful thing.
What was it?
Do you want to know what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's called a bodak.
Bodak.
A bodak,
Horseman.
yes, bodak horseman. Bodaks, oh, I shut the page of it. So bodaks are insanely, like, they're just within the realm of possibility for you guys, obviously, but they are resistant to literally everything, and they are immune to poison and lightning. So I'm really glad that you didn't do that, Lightning Rufus, because it would have done nothing except pull it closer. They also have an aura, which automatically, it's not an attack, it just does that necrotic damage to you.
Was it undead?
It was technically undead, yeah.
Damn it. The next thing I was going to do is make it fall asleep. And that would have worked if it was dead.
Amazing.
Oh
Well,
my
thank
gosh.
you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tune back in next week to see what happens.
Check us all at our spots.
Yep.
Yeah. Down here.
See you next time.
Thanks,
Bye.
Wizards. Bye.
Bye.